Good morning, Red Lion Senior High. I'm Brooke. Today is Friday, Cycle Day 6. Welcome to RLA TV. RLA TV will be running a special program today. We are honored to be hosting the annual Leo Club Hall of Fame inductees. Equally, we are presenting video features from the Counselor's Corner, an opportunity to show support to the junior class, and one of our very own students winning a prestigious award. Find out the who and the what in the moments ahead. A reminder to all our viewers to make sure you are seeing the regularly scheduled announcement programming. Subscribe to the RLA TV YouTube channel and make sure to activate notifications by clicking the bell beneath the video so you can remain informed on important news. And now, the Red Lion Hall of Fame. The Leo Club is the Red Lion High School Association. They are a service organization that strives to connect with graduates, holds fundraisers, and donate money back to school-related projects. The Leo Club wants to build connections in the Red Lion school community. Each year, they induct graduates who have done amazing things into the Leo Club Hall of Fame. Will you be nominated for this one day? It could happen. Now let us take a look at this video edited by media student Tyler Wernick.
And I'm Giselle Jones. Today we have the pleasure of interviewing the 2021 Leo Club Hall of Fame inductees.
For the past few months, many dedicated members of the Leo Club Hall of Fame Induction Committee, including ourselves, have been working hard to dedicate this year's members.
After a long wait, we would like to present you with the 2021 Hall of Fame inductees, Dr. Dale Euler, Lieutenant Colonel Patrick Falvey, and Mr. Ron Fitzke II.
It is with sadness that we inform you that the late Dr. Euler since has passed, and for that reason he will not be with us today.
Dr. Dale G. Euler graduated from Red Lion in 1960. A large focus of his induction is his extensive United States government and military involvement. As a result of his work, much of his professional life is classified. Dr. Euler began his career in the Navy in 1969. He was a member of the Committee, Force Multiplying Technologies for Logistic Support to Military Operations, including the Board on Army Science on Technology and Division on the Engineering and Physical Sciences. Reports by this committee were published by the National Research Council of the National Academies. With his wife, Treva, he had 2 children. Unfortunately, Dr. Euler passed away on June 3, 2015.
Shot okay?
Mr. Fitzke, when did you graduate high school?
1973.
And what activities did you participate in?
I played football all 6 years, junior high and high school here. Played basketball the same. Ran track up until my senior year. I kind of took that spring off. I was in a bunch of choral groups, the quartet, the Lionaires, the organization Modern Music Masters, National Honor Society, things good boys did.
You really did it all. After high school, where did you go on?
I went to the University of Virginia initially on a football scholarship and was there 3 semesters. Had my own kind of disenchantments and left and came home for a year, worked in construction, and got myself back in school.
Mr. Fitzke, many of the school students recognize your last name as it hangs over the gym in the common area, but we love to know more about you personally.
The Fitzke name definitely carries a lot of weight, but I'm wondering, how did Red Lion shape who you are today?
Well, there is absolutely no doubt that everything that I am is from growing up in Red Lion. Certainly growing up in the late 50s, 60s, and early 70s is different than today. But, you know, the values, the expectations, the morals, the motivations, that's how we were driven. That's how we were raised.
I wonder, what do you feel your biggest takeaway from high school was?
I'd say the single greatest takeaway is the regard I have, for the positive regard I have for the education I received. Specifically, the science and math education that I got was terrific. Made things easier, except for the story I told you about chemistry, where everything that the guy said, I said, I already know this, why am I coming to class? And I found out later why. But that's the biggest takeaway. I think the education here was outstanding.
What was one thing that you feel you've learned from working with so many different companies?
That it's okay. I think times are quite different today. And part of the answer to your question is, with the mergers that I didn't participate in, certainly was humbling, but then after a while you realize that had nothing to do with you. Somebody was going to buy a company, and they already had somebody that did your job that they liked, and they weren't going to move you. What did I learn from it? Pick up and go do it again. It's that simple.
And a more fun question, what are your adorable Huskies' names?
Oh my goodness. Sasha is the older one. She's a girl. And Duncan is the boy. And recently I gave him a longer name. His name is spelled Dunkin. So it's Dunkin' Donut, Wackadoodle, Oreo Cookie, because he's white and black and white.
And on another positive note, what's your favorite place to eat out at?
Ooh, you wouldn't know it. It's in Ackworth, Georgia.
What's it called?
Henry's Louisiana Grill. In fact, Chef Henry won a GMA championship several years ago. Yeah, a real Cajun.
And in your professional life, what do you feel are your greatest accomplishments?
I'd say my absolute greatest accomplishment, which is probably the only reason I've been nominated for this, is the creation of the North American Construction Technology Public Benefit Corporation, NACT. That's what I've been doing for the last 9 years. I think it's the most impactful thing I've ever been involved in. And it's kind of novel and creative.
Thank you so much for being here today, and another congratulations to you.
Remember, you had the little cell phones, the little flip phones? That was the perfect place to put a flip phone. They would fit in your sock pocket. Nobody knew they were there.
I'd first like to thank you for your incredible public service record. We greatly appreciate all the amazing work you've done. It is so wonderful that someone from our very own high school has done so much and has been so impactful in many lives. And I'm going to start off with a question. So when did you graduate high school?
I graduated from Redline in 1975.
And could you tell me about some of the accomplishments that you got recognized for that have brought you to be inducted into the Leo Club Hall of Fame?
Some of what I have done, I'm a critical care nurse, and I work at Duke Hospital, Duke University Medical Center, and I work with Life Flight, so I do helicopter medevac. So we take care of the sick and injured patients that are too sick to be managed at the hospital that they're at. We also go out to automobile accidents and other incidents that happen. We transport patients and treat them during the transport as we fly them to Duke. I'm also a lieutenant colonel with the Air Force Reserve, and I'm a TACIT nurse there, which is a tactical critical care evacuation team member. And on my last deployment, which was my third combat deployment, I was in Afghanistan for 9 months, and we picked up critically injured warriors and flew them from the point of injury or from the forward hospitals back to the trauma center in Bagram. And so we get into some pretty nasty neighborhoods and had some pretty eventful flights. And so that's why we did all this.
That is amazing. If you are interested in a more extensive copy of Mr. Falvey's bio and the other inductees, they can be found on the Leo Club website. I encourage taking a look, as it really highlights all of the amazing things you and your fellow inductees have done.
Mr. Falvey, what originally made you want to work in medical services?
I took a long path to get there. After graduation, I wasn't quite sure what I wanted to do, so I was gainfully employed and working and trying to find out just what I wanted to do. I ended up with some friends working with the Red Line Ambulance Association, started there in 1976 on Labor Day, and just basically hanging out with friends, and then I enjoyed that very much. I enjoyed the sense of accomplishment of helping other people, what we did, what people can accomplish when they work together, and this grew over time. So that led to going back to nursing school. I was 26 when I went back to college. So I got my degree and then started flying at Duke Hospital in 1990. I've been flying ever since.
Since going to work at Duke University in the emergency department, would you consider yourself a hardcore Duke fan?
Well, yes. It's a great place to work. There are fabulous people. I've met Coach K. He's a very interesting guy. He was just fabulous to meet. Yes, I would consider myself a pretty hardcore Duke fan.
Were there any medical cases that impacted you the most?
I've got several, and just a quick story of it is on every one of these. The names are different, but a group of people came together and went way beyond what we should have been able to do individually. And so there's a little girl who just turned 5, and 4 years ago we transported her, and her heart stopped so many times during the 3 hours transport, and she's now 5 years old running around. There are wounded warriors that we brought home that their heart had stopped during the transport, and they now get to hug their kids with titanium arms. And just there's a lot of cases where a group of people that I was blessed to be part of just persevered through trials that are just unimaginable. We went places that nobody else wanted to go, to do missions that nobody else wanted to do. And so that's the cool part of all this, is that people get to come home. There's a family member waiting for everybody that I see.
That's just beautiful. And a more sentimental question, what is one piece of advice you have for the younger generation?
For the younger generation, find what you love to do, work hard, accomplish it. That's the career side. And the bigger picture of all this is life's an adventure. Live like somebody left the gate wide open. Be risky, don't be reckless, go out and have fun. I have fun every day at work. I have fun on every mission, even though the stuff we get into is serious and it's difficult, but live it wide open.
Thank you for your service, and thank you for being with us today.
And now to our own award winner, Chris Stanner.
Officials of the National Merit Scholarship Corporation announced the names of approximately 16,000 semifinalists in the 67th Annual National Merit Scholarship Program. These academically talented high school seniors have an opportunity to continue in the competition for some 7,500 National Merit Scholarships worth nearly $30 million that will be offered next spring. The National Merit Scholarship Program honors individual students who show exceptional academic ability and potential for success in rigorous college studies. Semifinalists in the 2022 National Merit Scholarship Program were juniors in October of 2020 who took the preliminary SAT National Merit Scholarship qualifying test, also known as the PSAT NMSQT, which served as an initial screen of program entrance. The nationwide pool of semifinalists, representing less than 1% of United States high school seniors, includes the highest scoring entrants in each state. And this totals only 16,000 students nationwide of the 1.5 million juniors who took the PSATs.
It is our privilege and honor to congratulate Christopher Danner, who's been named as a National Merit Scholarship semifinalist. Christopher joins a very select elite group of Red Lion students who have achieved this level of success, and his name and accomplishment will be inscribed on the academic records of Red Lion Area Senior High School. Christopher, congratulations.
Congratulations, Chris. And now let's take a look into Counselor's Corner with Mrs. Scott and media student George Keene.
Good morning, Red Lion. My name is George Keene, and welcome to the first episode of this year's Counselor's Corner. Today I am sitting down with Mrs. Scott, who has some announcements for us. So, Mrs. Scott, what's new with the Counselor crew?
Well, there's a lot, George, going on. And first of all, I just want to thank you and your crew for always having me. Students, there is so much information coming out. And so what we started to do this year is, if you've checked your emails, you'll notice that every Wednesday, we're sending out an announcement called From the Counseling Office so that you can figure out and find out what's going on regarding college scholarships, applications, you name it. So students, might not be a habit, but it needs to become one. Check those announcements or check those emails every week from the Counseling Office. We have a ton of colleges coming in to visit us this month, October, and into November. A lot of students haven't been able to get to campuses because of COVID, and now the admissions officers are coming to us. So students, check your Naviance account. Right on the college's home screen, you'll be able to see a list of all of the schools that are visiting. Seniors especially, we have 3 schools that are going to be doing instant decision days. An instant decision day simply means you guys do your applications as a senior, come down, meet with the admissions counselor right in our office, and at that moment, you'll find out if you were accepted or not. They're with Edinburgh, Kutztown, and Shippensburg. 10th graders, we know the PSAT is coming up in October. Please make sure that you review your study guide. It's really important that you do the best you can. The PSAT doesn't have any bearing on the admissions process, but what it does is, as you know, it helps you prepare for the SATs. 2 big presentations coming up in October. They're both going to be held October 6th. First one is Military Information Night, where we have representatives from all of the branches of the military coming to speak with students. It's nothing that you need to register for. You can simply come and speak with admissions representatives, I should say recruiters, and see what you need in order to be ready to go into a specific branch of the military. And also that night, and this is new, this was just announced this week, so we're having an Ncaa eligibility night. The presentation will focus on those students who want to be college athletes, especially Division I and Division II. There's certain requirements that you need to meet, and the sooner you realize everything that you need to know about that, the better. So that one we do ask that students and parents register. So George, I appreciate the time today. I know that was a lot of information, but we're starting off the year with a bang.
Yep, thanks for the announcements. It was delightful having you on this fantastic Friday.
Thank you.
See you next time, Red Lion. Now, back to the main announcements.
Thank you for that. And now on to more announcements. Today is the opening day of the Lions Ground Cafe. The Lions Ground Cafe is open from 7:30 until 10:30 a.m. Here is now a video from the cafe to you from media student Kevin Keene.
Red Lion Area Senior High School has their very own cafe, the Lions Grounds.
We're the Lion Grounds Cafe. I am the transition coordinator here at the high school, a student-run cafe. So some of our life skills students and students around the school, and we have an intern, Faith, who will be operating and running the cafe. Faith can help not only with the cooking aspect of things, because she works at Roma's, but she can also help with our students that might need some more support and job coaching.
Let's hear more about the cafe.
I felt there was a need that we needed more job sites here within our building, so we started the Lion Grounds Cafe.
The cafe is not new to the high school.
The cafe has been open 4 years now.
There are a variety of snacks to choose from. Let's see what some of the students' favorites are.
Blueberries. You like the blueberry, the muffins?
Yeah. Chocolate chips.
The chocolate chip muffins?
Yes.
And then we have lots of drinks. Starbucks iced mochas and vanilla lattes. We have hot chocolate, coffee, a whole bunch of stuff that high schoolers love.
The cafe doesn't only provide a great time for students, it's real learning for real life.
I like working here because they find like how to cook.
You learn job skills too, right? How to work with your employer.
I like something special.
Yeah, he's on fridge duty for us. And honestly, fridge duty gets very busy with pulling everything in and out. We are located right beside the library. On Wednesdays and Fridays, we're open from 7:30 to 10:30 for staff. And then Fridays only is staff and students from 7:30 to 10:30.
The Lions Grounds Cafe is sure to provide you with a great time with great food and great service. My name is George Keane from RLA TV News, reporting for the Leonid. See you next time.
Thank you for the video, Kevin. Students may come to the cafe prior to class in the morning, but do not be late for class. Also, students may come if they have a study hall during the morning hours. There will be a sign-out sheet in your study hall and a limited amount of passes that will be used for each study hall location. Please ask your study hall teacher for a pass and make sure you sign out correctly. Are you hungry? Check out this video to see where you can buy snacks and support the junior class. Thank you for that video presentation. Here now is important information from the Career Center. Colonial Manor Nursing Center has part-time positions available in their recreation department. Must be mature, enthusiastic, and committed to working with the elderly. Ability to work evenings and weekends are a must. Stop by the Career Center for a flyer or visit the Career Center employment link on the senior high website for more information. And now on to birthdays. Happy birthday today to the following. Thank you for stopping by for a special edition of today's announcements, and congratulations to Chris Danner and the Hall of Fame inductees. Have a fabulous weekend, everyone, and stay safe, Red Lion.